For centuries, martial artists have recognized the importance of core training in combat sports. Various disciplines, whether you're a samurai in Japan or a Shaolin monk in China, have been shown to complete sit-ups, planks, and other core exercises to develop their combat sports proficiency. But unlike the advancement in technology in our modern world today, core training for combat sports has not developed in the same way. We still see inefficient and ineffective ways that most gyms around the world train and develop the core. Thousands of crunches, long unnecessary plank holds. But honestly, it's not your fault. You hear stories about Mike Tyson training every single day doing 500 crunches. You hear about Floyd Mayweather who's doing hour-long sessions of core development as well. And you see Muay Thai, that is a very traditional sport, utilize the same methods year on year because we blindly follow what has been done in the past. In this video, I'm going to cover what your core training is likely missing and give you specific exercise examples to fill in these gaps. My name is Jack Crucial and I'm an injury rehab consultant and a strength and conditioning coach who specializes in combat sports. My mission is to give you the same tools as all of the elite level athletes and help you to become the best fighter in your gym. If this is something of interest to you, then I suggest subscribing because I'll be releasing one new video a week covering these topics. Most gyms are only training the slow twitch, endurance fiber demands of your core. Doing your planks, doing hundreds and hundreds of sit-ups, these are all going to train predominantly the slow twitch aspects of your core. Our core is composed of 45% of fast twitch fibers. If we're not training this, we're missing out on a lot of strength, power, and speed development through the core, which we can transfer into punching harder, kicking harder, clinching more effectively, and other really important benefits for a mixed martial artist. Now, I'm not saying the endurance work that you're doing in training is a waste of time. I think it's very important. However, there's other aspects of core training that you can integrate today to not only have really good endurance, but also start developing a really strong and solid core. And that's exactly what we're going to cover today. So the way that I view core training is actually training the spine. To break this down further, we need to look at how the spine actually moves. If you're only doing planks, you're actually keeping your spine neutral the entire time. And if you're only doing sit-ups, you're mainly just working the flexion component through the spine. The first aspect is heavy core rotation. Not only are we going to work our obliques and abdominals, but we're also going to be able to work the really small muscles of our spine that are found on the back side of our musculature. Two exercises that we can integrate is a split stance landmine rotation and a normal stance landmine rotation. You want to do this heavily, so within a 6 to 12 rep range when you're doing this exercise. You're getting plenty of lighter rotational work, especially if you're a striking athlete. So we actually want to do things in the gym that we can't otherwise get out of conventional combat sports training, and this is one of those aspects. Intense spinal flexion. If I told you now that I could save 90% of your time by doing only one exercise instead of 500 crunches, would you say no to that? This is exactly the benefits that you're going to get from a decline hip flexor variation. Now I'm going to show you two ways to do this exercise. The more difficult variation is having your legs straight out. What this does is increases the lever, making it a far more challenging exercise. To make this exercise easier, you can bend your knees the whole way through. And for an intermediate step, you can bend your knees on the way up and then slightly straighten your legs out on the way down. So you're making the eccentric portion more difficult. If you want exclusive early access to the Combat Conclave, where we cover strength and conditioning, mobility routines, and injury reduction, and in the future, hosting exclusive events and other giveaways, then I suggest clicking the link below to sign up. The last concept is lateral flexion loading. Now, everybody wants insane obliques, but they're just doing the wrong things to actually load this up over time. If you're just doing side crunches with your body weight, you're going to adapt to this very, very quickly, to the point where you will need to do hundreds of reps to actually adapt and challenge the body further. But here's how to shortcut this method. Firstly, we can integrate something like a side plank bench pump. Another thing that you can do is utilize a Smith machine at the gym and really load up that lateral flexion. Doing anywhere from 6 to 15 reps of this exercise and only a couple of sets, your obliques will be absolutely fried, and you're saving so much more time that you can otherwise spend getting better at your sport. In summary, it's time to take a smarter approach to the way that you're developing your core. You don't need to do hundreds of sit-ups. You certainly don't need to hold a 10-minute plank continuously. A lot of people only train sit-ups and planks, which work the spine in a neutral position and in a crunching position. You are forgetting all of the other movement patterns such as rotation, side bending. So adding these can make a massive difference to your overall performance. So stop using subpar training methods and apply the elite approach. Leave a comment down below as to what videos you're wanting to see next, or if you have any specific questions around core training. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.